Hi there, it's Iman here at Whitelabel, and I'm going to take you through how to use your admin dashboard. So first of all, you'll need to log in. Once you've logged in, you'll get to your dashboard, and currently this is just empty. We're going to soon be adding some useful stats and information here. And then you can see the menu on the left-hand side. There's various different tabs. You can also minimize it or maximize it if you want some more space on the screen. And then at the top here, you've got a logout button. So you click that and log out, and then you're logged out. So let me log back in again. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the different menu items briefly, and then I'm going to go into some of them in a bit more detail. So users list all of the users on your system, and you'll be able to see all of the freelancers and all the customers that are listed here. You can sort, you can search, you can export various other things, and I'm going to be displaying some more information here in additional guides specifically on this user tab. So refer back to our documentation and you'll be able to see a full guide on this point. Right, so the next one is services. These are the categories that are displayed on your marketplace. Again, I'm going to do a specific video on this. So skills are pretty straightforward. They are just tags that your freelancers can add to their profile, for example, consulting, marketing, development, and they enable the freelancer to be able to showcase the skills that they have. They can also be chosen by customers when they post a job. And then our system can match those job requirements with the customer profiles to create a match based on the skills. Channels are created every time someone messages, every time a customer or a freelancer messages one another within a job. So the same customer and a freelancer can have a number of different channels corresponding to the number of jobs that they have. And you can also search within each of these jobs, each of these channels, see the individual messages that have been sent, and when they were sent, who they were sent by, etc. Jobs, within jobs, you can have all of the jobs that are posted, all of the proposals that are sent for those jobs, and all the milestones within each job. I'm going to cover this in a separate video. Invoices are relating to milestones. So every time a milestone is paid, you'll see an invoice here, and it'll give you basic information like who it's going from, who it's going to, what is the related milestone, what is the related job, and you can see the information as to when it was sent and how much it was, etc. So this is useful for your records. The same thing with transactions. Every time a transaction is made, it will be listed here. And there are various different types of transactions. Again, I'm going to cover this in a new video. The same thing with subscriptions. Our system allows you to charge subscriptions to your tenants, to your users, and I'm going to cover this in a separate video too. Reviews are all the reviews that your users have. So your customers can leave reviews for your freelancers and vice versa. You can have a look at all of these reviews, see what was said on the review, and then you can choose, do you want to approve it? Do you want to reject it? So if you want, it gives you a bit of control over the reviews that have been created. References are types of data that your freelancers can supply when they're creating a profile that give you the ability to go and check from their previous employer, did they actually complete the job in the way that they say they did? So this is a useful tool if you want to vet your freelancers. You can enable this on your platform settings page and enable your freelancers to be able to provide previous references of previous employers. Content is where you are able to change all the content across your whole site, and there is already a video guide on this. If you go to our documentation, you'll see how to edit your content. And let me just give you that link now. So if you go to whitelance.co/docs, in the admin section, you'll see editing content. There is a video already on how to do this, and you can check it out here with some important notes. Okay, so Payment Gateway is the place that you're going to put your information about your Stripe API keys. And you can see at the moment I'm using some test keys, and when I'm ready to go live, I'll replace these with my live API keys. You can here choose whether you want what commission is going to be charged to your freelancers, and whether you want your payments to be made out automatically or manually. So let's say that the value of a milestone was £100. Your commission here that you're charging your freelancer is 10%. So your earnings on that will be £10. And then when that £10 is sitting in your bank balance, in your Stripe balance, you can choose, do you want that to be paid out to you automatically every month, or should it be paid out to you manually? And if you click manual, then you have to manually click this button, do payouts, to actually make that payout to go into your bank account from Stripe. If you have any questions about how to set up your Stripe account, we also have some documentation on that. So you can look at it via our documents here under installation, how to set up Stripe, but there's also a handy link here, how to set up Stripe. You can just click straight on that. Okay, styling. So styling enables you to use our white label system and fully brand it in your own way. So you can change your logos, your favicons, some background images, and various other bits and pieces. I'm going to create a separate video on this point. Platform settings. This is the kind of the meat of the system, and it has many different features, and we have videos for each of these features. So if you go to, again, our documentation and go to available marketplace features, you'll see a video here for every one of those features. So feel free to review that. SEO. Most of our pages in our marketplaces, are internal, i.e. they're not public. So the relevance to SEO here is only in the browser name and the browser description. But you can put your page title and page description here. But there are certain pages, for example, your login page, that will be public. And so it's useful for SEO purposes to that extent to list your title and description here. But bear in mind that you're going to have your own marketing website, which sits in front of the marketplace application, and that's going to be the target of most of your intended traffic. So really, SEO is mostly going to be handled on your end via your marketing website rather than the marketplace application itself, that this is monitored and managed by. And then finally, we have data types. And again, I'm going to create a separate video on this, but for now, I'll just explain it using this example here, language. So on this marketplace, I've decided to enable customers and freelancers to match based on which language they speak. So I've created a custom data type, and I've decided which pages it should be displayed on. And I've created here English, French, German, and under German there's a sub-item called Swiss German. And this basically now appears across the marketplace as a drop-down item that says what language do you speak, or what language do you want your freelancer to speak, and then the system matches on that basis. So check out the video on the other video on data types, and I'll go through that information in full. Okay, so that's a quick summary of the dashboard. Please look at the other video guides that I have for users, for jobs, for transactions, for subscriptions, for content, for styling, and for data types, and that will go into a bit more detail on each of those pages. Okay, bye for now.